Yeah, guys. Well, now Dorian has jumped 20 miles an hour in the last 6 hours, now up to 105 miles an hour. So it is almost a major hurricane at 111. It becomes Category 3. It's pretty clear it's going into an area now where there's extremely warm water. There's low shear. There's not a lot of dry air. So we truly believe there's nothing to stop this from becoming Category 4 or maybe even higher than that. This could become a 5 over the next day or two. Doesn't mean that it necessarily is going to make landfall as a 5. But it's pretty clear as well, and we were talking about this all afternoon, the Hurricane Center has indeed shifted its track to the south, about 30 miles since the last advisory, and there's certainly the possibility they could drop it even more at 5 a.m., depending on how the overnight runs go. A couple of things we're going to talk about here. First of all, this is Category 4 at winds of 140 miles an hour just before landfall. This track takes it just to the north of Jupiter, but I would not be surprised if it drops even a little bit more to the south. Our second concern is the fact that this is 24 hours. This is 24 hours. This is 24 hours, which in other words, it means it's going to slow down significantly. And unfortunately, that turns it in from a wind event to a wind and rain event, especially as you go north. So at 75 miles an hour, still outside of our viewing area, it appears pretty likely if this track verifies, and I still think it's going to go more south than this, but I think it's getting pretty close. If that's the case, then we're talking about the biggest threat in the Bay Area will be water, and a lot of it, especially across our inland counties. So you look at the spaghetti models, a lot of agreement in this area, and then there's a curve. Now, there's something we could talk about here. Some folks are asking, is it possible that this could curve before making Florida? It absolutely is. It happens many times before, so we won't take that off the table. But right now, and it could change tomorrow, right now we're feeling more comfortable with the track that takes it anywhere from, say, West Palm over to Jupiter as a major Category 4 hurricane. The European model set this off earlier on today with a big change, bringing it right up the East Coast. I'm not sold that this will show the same thing at 2 a.m., but as always, we'll be updating it overnight. And the rainfall is the biggest issue. We're talking about maybe 2 feet of rain across part of the state between Monday and Thursday. So the storm itself will give wind and surge, but this could have a bigger impact on a lot of folks, including the Bay Area. More the water than the wind. And I'll have more on that coming up in just a couple of minutes.
We'll see you shortly. Thank you, Dennis. All of the state's 67 counties are included in that state of emergency. Many Bay Area counties are declaring emergencies of its own. That includes Hillsborough County. We expect more to join in the coming days.